Orange County Dream Girls.
Everyone has their own special dream, and your dream's just about to come true. Life's not as bad as it may seem if you open your eyes to what's in front of you. We are dream girls, boys, we'll make you happy. We are dream girls, boys, we'll always care. We are dream girls, dream girls, dream girls will never leave you. And all you gotta do is dream, baby, we'll be there.
Please welcome Miss Orange Coast 2004, Dana Baker. And introducing Miss Orange County 2004, Jana Altman.
We are dream girls, boys, we'll make you happy. We are dream girls, boys, we'll always care. We are dream girls, dream girls will never leave you. And all you gotta do is dream, baby, we'll be there. Dream girls will help you to survive. Dream girls will keep your fantasies alive. Dream girls always love you and they'll be true. Just open your eyes to what's in front of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Miss Orange County 2005 judging panel. Director of Miss Fullerton, Kathy Howell. From Miss Hollywood, Ernie Coleman. Director of Miss San Diego, Maurice Hunter. Disneyland cast member, Joanna Maldonado. And local performer, Bethany Sains.
And all you gotta do is dream. All you gotta do is dream. All you gotta do is dream. We'll be there. We are dream girls, dream girls. All you gotta do is dream. All you gotta do is dream. All you gotta do is dream. We'll be there. We are dream girls. We'll be there.
Please welcome your host for the afternoon, Vandy Scotes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Miss Orange County 2005 pageant. My name is Vandy Scotes, and in case any of you are wondering what I'm doing here, my mother was Miss America 1965 Vonda K. Van Dyke. And as you can well imagine, I have spent most of my life looking at pageants, and believe me, these girls have gone through a lot of preparation to get ready for today. So let's meet them all right now.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Velasco, and I'm a junior at Chapman University.
Hi, I'm Katie Hall, and I'm a senior at Loyola Marymount University.
Hi, my name is Emily Rank, and this is my fourth year at UCLA.
My name is Courtney Manning, and I'm a freshman at California State University, Fullerton.
show and look over their accomplishments and stuff in the program, that'd be great. All right, now you probably already know this, but there are 5 sections to tonight's competition. There's evening wear, interview, swimsuit, talent, and a final on-stage question. Now, the first interview took part yesterday. This counts for 40% of the overall score. And I know you guys are all really upset because you don't get to see the interview, but we're going to make it up to you because today we're going to show you all the talent that our local and state representatives possess. Excuse me. Here's the first one now performing Vivaldi's concert in A minor on the violin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss City of Orange, Heidi Hoganson. We have so much talent among our local representatives, and now, let's welcome back to the stage Miss Orange County 2004, Jana Altman, with her farewell performance of My Strongest Suit from the Broadway musical, Aida.
In life, one has to face a huge assortment of nauseating fads and good advice. There's health and fitness, diet and deportment, and other pointless forms of sacrifice. Conversation, wit, I am a doubter. Manners, charm, they're no way to impress. So forget the inner me, observe the outer. I am what I wear and how I dress. Oh, now I believe in looking like my time on earth is cooking, whether polka dotted, striped, or even checked, with some glamour guaranteeing every fiber of my being is displayed to quite remarkable effect. From your cradle via true soul to your deathbed, your own view, some never compromise except no substitute. I would rather wear a barrel than conservative
first competition of evening wear. This competition will count for 10% of the contestants' overall score. Please welcome our special guest, Ari Gonzalez, as he serenades our contestants in evening wear.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you'll know even then, that somehow you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear her laughing across a crowded room, and strange as it seems, strange as it seems, the sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. You may find your true love. You may find your true love across a crowded room. Then fly to her side and make her your own. For all through life you may dream of alone. Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, who can say for certain? Maybe you're still here. I feel you all around me. Your memory's so clear. I can hear you speak. You seal an inspiration. Can it be that you are mine? Forever love, and you are watching over me from up above. Tonight to see you smile, if only for one tonight. A breath away is not far to where you are you gently sleeping here inside my and is in faith believing love can be seen as my heart holds you just one beat away. I cherish all you gave me every day, for you are mine. Watching me from up above, and I believe that angels scream, and that love will live Fly me up to where you are, beyond the distant star. I wish upon tonight. Only for a while to know you're there. To where you are, I know you're through the darkness. I can see your light. Your face will always shine, and I can feel your heart and mind. Your face I've memorized. I idolize just you. I look up to everything you are. In my eyes you do no wrong. I've loved you for so long, and after all is said and done, you're still you. After all, you're still you. Walk past me. I can feel your pain. Time changes everything. One truth still you.
Well, now as the contestants start to prepare for the swimsuit competition, we would like to introduce another very special guest, Miss Fullerton 2004, Ann Harvey. She will be entertaining you today with a dance performance to Everlasting Love. The talented contestants representing the Orange County area are a great source of pride for the Miss America organization. And now here to sing Stuff Like That There is Lauren Cunningham, Miss Tustin. I was alone on a shelf, no world by myself. Where could my Prince Charming be? But a man came along, made my life like a song, and taught me these words of ecstasy tenderly. Oh, smoking and squeezing and smoking and some pleasing and some stuff like that there. I want some petting and some spooning and some happy honeymooning and some stuff like that there. I used to think that love was just a lot of rubbish. A mess of cabbage, but now my attitude is only lovey-doveish. And maybe you've done it. Woo! I used to think romance was fun. I double Mickey for the icky, but all at once my heart was sunk. And maybe you've done it. I want some hugging and some squeezing and some bugging and some pleasing and some stuff like that there. I want some weeping and some chasing and some leaping and some pacing and some stuff like that there. And when I get a certain feeling, I confess it. There's really only one expression to express it. I want some hugging, squeezing, bugging, teasing and some stuff like that there. Now we're ready for the swimsuit competition. This will count for 10% of the contestants' overall score. Now, the weather may be stormy, but this won't stop our Orange County Dream Girls because this year it's raining men. Please welcome the movement choreographed by Mike McKendrick and our contestants for this year's swimsuit competition. most nerve-wracking part of the competition because I don't think any of you guys want to be up here in your swimsuit. So, it's true. All right, so, everybody, you gotta give them smiles. If they look out here and you see anybody frowning, they're gonna get upset. So, I want everyone to practice their smiles right now. All right, I can't see the back row, but I'm gonna have to trust you. Are you guys smiling?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, a little bit louder, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
That's pathetic, guys, come on. A little bit louder. Yes, bring it on. All right. All right. Let's give it up to the girls.
Can you hear me? Am I getting through to you? Hello? It's a late man.
Contestant number 1, Vanessa Velasco.
Got a night
Brianna Santa.
In the last of the line, I show you there alone, 'cause I'm trying to explain something wrong. It just don't sound the same. Why don't you go outside, it's the
Number 15, Ashley Cole. Number 16, Karen Pinder. Finally, number 17, Jennifer Kohlenberger. Let's give it up for all our contestants. All right. Well, now that we finished the swimsuit competition, we would like to invite back Miss Orange Coast Dana Baker. Dana will be singing "Art is Calling for Me," and she would like to dedicate this performance to Jeffrey Johns and Nadia Krim for all their support, encouragement, and guidance. Jeffrey, the coordinator, was, telling me to try to think of some stories, to tell you guys today, and about growing up with as the daughter of Miss America. And I mean, I've just been racking my brain, and I couldn't think of any. And I was talking to my mom about it, and she said, well, she's like, Vandy, me being Miss America would be like another person saying that their mother is a doctor or a an accountant. It was just part of my life. It was part of the way I grew up. I don't think it's weird that I just went on, tour with her and would sit there and sell her tapes. It was before CDs. It was back in the day. I know most of you guys don't even know what tapes are anymore, but I would sit there and I would sell her albums, and I didn't think it was weird that we had a 3.5-foot dummy that lived in our house. Oh, did I mention my mother was a ventriloquist? Probably should say that, otherwise you think that would just... No. Well, I guess that is kind of strange, but no, my mother was a ventriloquist, and she had a dummy, Curly. And Curly now resides in our basement in Laguna Beach, but I remember my favorite thing to do when I was a little kid would be to take him out when people were coming to visit the house, or they'd come over to see me, my friends, whenever when I was a little girl. I would like to answer the door with Curly kind of sticking his head out the door, so that it would kind of scare the crap out of him. It was really great. But other than the little small things, I pretty much lived a normal, average childhood, I'd say. And yeah, so now you know a little bit about me. We're going to welcome Dance Planet now. This competition counts for 30% of the contestants' overall score. Many Miss America contestants have gone on to have successful careers in stage, film, and television, and most of them started on a stage just like this one. So, let's begin my favorite part of the competition, talent. First, we have contestant number 1, Vanessa Velasco, with a lyrical dance to My Immortal by Evanescence. Let's welcome Vanessa Velasco. sharing a dramatic presentation of Sin in the Clowns from the Broadway musical A Little Night Music. Please welcome contestant number 2, Katie Hall. Chinese folk dance has given Emily Brink the opportunity to explore her cultural heritage as well as express it through an artistic form. Emily loves the energy she gets from performing and from being able to share this part of her culture. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome contestant number 3, Emily Brink. Well, contestant number 4, Courtney Manning, has been singing her entire life. She has been involved in musical theater productions since she was a young child, and she would love to end up on Broadway someday. Singing and performing is her life, and today she will be singing Tell Me on a Sunday from the musical Song and Dance. Everyone, Courtney Manning. And here to dance to Benny Goodman's Sing, Sing, Sing is contestant number 5, Ashlyn Beardsley. comes down to everything. Well, I was a theater major in college. I was an acting major, and I was taking a musical theater class once, and we were doing a big production number from the musical Smile. Has anyone heard of the musical? Okay, good. It's all about beauty pageants, and they mention all these different Miss Americas in it, including my mother, which I was like, oh, it's exciting, you know, to be in a class, and you feel all special for a second. Anyway, my professor, you know, we were up there, and we were about to, you know, start our little rehearsal, and he was telling us how, he was like, oh, you know, just look vacant, you know, because beauty contestants are all vacant. They don't have any, you know, they don't have any smart, they're not funny, they don't have a personality, they just can smile and look good. And I was like, you know, you don't go there. So I, you know, started an argument with him, and I was like, and I told him, you know, no, actually, Miss American contestants are very educated, they're very smart, they have amazing personalities, and in fact, more than a lot of women in America, just because they not only have to speak in front of people, but they have to be either in college or graduated from college or about to start college. The Miss America pageant in general is the largest scholarship program for women, competitive scholarship program for women in America. And the wonderful thing about Miss America is that it provides women a forum for expressing their talents and their intelligence and their accomplishments. And I think it's amazing, personally, but you know, I'm a little biased. But anyway, the point of the story is that I got in an argument with the professor, and I was like, well, I will write you a report on the Miss Americas, and on next Monday, and you will see how they're all very educated. Well, it happened to be in like October, so the Miss America pageant had just ended, and I had the program, because we get the program every year for my family. And I did a 14-page paper on how, I went all the way, on how smart and intelligent and amazing these women are. And I know that every single woman in this contestant tonight is just as amazing as Miss American contestants, and that's why they get there. That's why they're able to go on and do it. All right, but to prove how talented and amazing these women are, we have next Helen Bowie. She's been studying piano for 10 years, and today she will be performing a classical piano piece entitled Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2 by Frank Liszt. Please welcome contestant number 6, Helen Bowie. my mom was, during her reign, she would, they travel around. I mean, they're literally in a city. Miss America will be in a city every 24 hours up to 48 hours. I mean, it's constant. And she, back in the 60s, they had chaperones that would travel along with Miss America. And they made a. My mother is a Christian, and she goes to church. So they made a pact that everyone would vie for their attention and try to get her to come to whatever church. Everyone wanted to Miss America at their church. Well, she decided that she was only going to go to the church that was closest to the hotel. All right. So one Sunday, she's going to the church, and she walks in, and they're getting done with the service, and she looks down, and she realizes she has a run in her stocking. And she turns to her chaperone, and she was like, "Oh, I have a run in my stocking. Everyone's going to notice. Everyone's going to talk about it." And the chaperone was like, "Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. No one's going to notice. Just walk out." So they start walking out of the excuse me, cathedral, and everyone was looking at her. And she's like, "Look, everyone is looking at me. Everyone knows that I wrote a stocking." And her chaperone turns to her and says, "No, sweetheart, you're still holding one of the hymnals." So that was really embarrassing, and it's funny too. All right, next up we have contestant number 7, Bonnie Carmalt. She will be singing a rendition of Paper Moon by Natalie Cole. Having discovered her love for the stage at a ripe age of 6, Bonnie has performed everywhere from community theaters to major Las Vegas stages to the White House. Here she is, Miss Bonnie Carmalt.
Yeah, Bonnie!
history about the pageant, how it got started. So I'll just tell you about that right now. And in 1920, in Atlantic City, there was a businessman who staged a fall frolic to secure the summer tourism past Labor Day. And it was just like this huge kind of like party and festival. And then in 1921, the East Coast papers were looking for a way to increase their circulation. So they decided to sponsor a photograph popularity contest that would award their winners to a trip to the second annual Fall Frolic. Now, once there, these women were put into an inner city beauty contest, and where the judging was largely based just on personalities as opposed to on beauty. Now, in order to build hype, they were later put in the most beautiful bathing girl in America contest. Now, Margaret Gorman won both of these events, and by 1922, she was known as Miss America. In the years afterwards, it would grow to reflect the entire contest and what women, what the ideal American woman would be. Okay. I guess I regret to inform you that contestant number 8, Lauren Howard, has chosen to withdraw from tonight's talent competition, which is really upsetting because I've seen her Christmas extravaganza and it was quite entertaining. But I guess as a special treat for you, we have an amazing actress to take her place. Everyone, please welcome Mary Catherine Gallagher.
I kicked my shoe and it hit the judges. And I had to go to the hospital, so here I am. I'm gonna be really famous someday. You're gonna see my name in lights. Mary Catherine Gallagher. That's me. But sometimes when I get in front of large groups of people, I stick my hands under my arms and I smell like that. My feelings right now are best to be described in a comedic monologue from the comedy sketch show MAO TV, Stewart's Moms. Don't you give me that attitude. What is Mama saying? My little boy's have attitude. What is Mama saying? My little boy's attitude. That's right. They can think that they're really rich. I wish that was really good. I really hate Sundays. I just want to tell you that because my mom makes me watch my preacher on the church channel. He gets to my head sometimes, and then I go a little crazy, and I have to end up in jail sometimes. But I'm going to show you an impression of him right now, okay? All you have to donate is $25. $25 goes straight to the children. Straight to the children. And God will save your soul. But my ultimate dream is to be on the ultimate show. And I'm going to show you that show right now. You're going to think it's great because I'm the greatest because I'm smoking hot. You're going to think this is so awesome. I cannot wait to show you guys my true talent. You guys are the greatest and you showed me a lot of support and I thank you. You're my #1 fans. So, without further ado, music, please. Oh my God! You guys are the greatest. My scepter just broke. But I am the ultimate Miss America. Thank you. And when I am Miss America someday, I hope for world peace. Thank you, that's great.
Nina is very proud of her cultural heritage and the positive impact it has had on her life thus far. To share that cultural heritage with you today, Nina will be performing a classical Indian dance portraying the story of Lord Ganesha, who is the remover of obstacles and the bestower of blessings. Classical Indian dance is performed through intricate footwork, hand gestures, and mesmerizing facial expressions. Please welcome contestant number 9 to the stage, Nina Venkatesh.
Mike is taller than me. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Is everyone enjoying themselves tonight? Yes. And we're only halfway done with our talent. But before we get back to the competition and before we invite our visiting representatives to come out on stage, we would like to say a thank you to two people who have made this possible. Now, it's really, really difficult to get a pageant up and running. Last year, they had to deal with both of us. They survived it. They came back strong. The amount of scholarship that they're giving this year is just amazing, and they've helped us so much. Jane, you want to say a few words?
The interesting thing about Nadia and Jeffrey is that they make a great team. We have Jeffrey, who is all about talent, and making sure that each of us just did phenomenal talent, making sure I had the strongest suit and that Dana took home the gold. And on top of that, Nadia balances that out by making sure we look phenomenal and beautiful each and every single time that we have an event. And so it's really great to have the two of them as executive directors to balance and make sure that each of their girls, when they go up to Miss California and they represent their hometown, that they do a phenomenal job.
So I'd just like to give both of them a big round of applause and a huge thank you. They're so totally selfless and giving, and if it wasn't for them, this of course would not be possible. So thank you very much. Okay, now on to our visiting representatives. The first person I'd like to introduce is Miss Fullerton, and that's Ann Harvey. Next, Miss Fresno, who came all the way from Central California to be with us today, Shantae Fleming. And from San Diego, Lynn Carson. And Miss Placentia, Stephanie Cho. Miss Greater Long Beach, Christy Sayer. And from Tustin, Lauren Cunningham. From Garden Grove, we have Garden Grove's outstanding teen, Missy Walker. And from the City of Orange, Heidi Hoganson. And from the High Desert, Angel Blue. And now we would like to invite someone very special out on stage. She could join us here today, and we're thrilled to have her. She is Miss California 1968, Sharon Terrell. Thank you so much. Thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, now we're going to get right back to talent. Jenna Lee perfected her skills as an aerial artist, as a performer in Cirque de la Mer at SeaWorld. Here performing an aerial arts routine to defy gravity from the Broadway musical Wicked is contestant number 10, Jenna Lee Zawatsky.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with
director for the Miss California State Organization, George Bai. He's right there in the front row. George, can you stand up a second? He's helped so much with this pageant, and we're very appreciative. Thank you, George. All right, I got a little time right now, so I'm going to brag about my mom. Yeah, I know, it's exciting. There's a couple of things that she was the first at, so I want to tell you about that. Now, I already told you that she was the ventriloquist. Well, she was the first ventriloquist to ever win Miss America. She also was the first and only Miss America to ever win both Miss Congeniality as well as the Miss America title. And she was the first Miss America to ever speak about her faith on national television. Back in the 60s, it was, you were not supposed to talk about politics or religion, and they kind of sprung a question on her during the competition that, and she had to bring up her faith. Well, it ended up working great as far as her platform, even though they didn't really have platforms then. Platforms didn't even come about until, I believe, 1989. But it was still amazing that she was still able to do that. And I wanted to kind of keep this as a surprise for Jeff and everyone, but my mother is here tonight. Bonnie K. Van Dyke, she's right there, somewhere over there. I love you guys. All right, well, next up, Amelia Earhart. She's not in the pageant, so don't freak out. Okay. Amelia Earhart has been a pioneer in aviation history, being the first woman to make a transcontinental flight. Please welcome contestant number 11, Christy Youssef, as she takes us on a journey through her life, performing a monologue commemorating Amelia Earhart.
This is Earhart to Cutter, Itasca. Fuel running low. Please give bearings. Do you copy? 3 hours and fuel almost gone. Do you copy? Is there anybody out there listening? This is Earhart to Cutter, Itasca, or anyone in the immediate vicinity. We'll be forced to crash land in 5 minutes. I've been circling for the past 4 hours and I'm off course. Earhart out! Earhart out! Fuel gone! We're going down! We're going down! Amelia, you come down off there right now. I know what you're doing. Don't go telling me you're pretending to be a brigand flying. Hello? Hi, Mom, it's Amelia. Yes, I'm living in Los Angeles now. I took flying lessons with Netta Snook. Guess what? I'm a pilot. Well, because nothing can stop me from pursuing those elusive twinkling gems called stars and those cotton candy clouds. Today was my first solo flight. It's another world from up here. It's heaven. It looks like islands of icebergs, rows of whipped cream stirred in with blue jam. I've decided to make my farewell to aviation. One last world record, my last big achievement. So I hear Lindbergh is flying to South America. I want to do something more daring, more courageous. I'm going to fly around the world, one last adventure. This is Earhart to Cutter, Itasca. Fuel gone, nowhere to land. I said nowhere to land. This can't be the end. We're going down, we're going down, we're going down!
I started talking about the platform, and I don't know if everyone knows what the platform is. The platform is something the contestant, an idea that the contestant feels deeply about, such as domestic violence, HIV/AIDS, breast cancer. There are a lot of different things that the contestant will, during the course of their reign, as whether it be Miss Orange County or Miss America, that's what they try to instill in the community. Like I said, it started in 1989, and it's expanded so much since then, and I think it's probably one of the most socially good parts of the Miss America pageant, and it really helps people, and I just think it's really amazing. Next up, we have Via Dolorosa, The Way of the Cross, has long been known as an inspiring and emotional song. And here to sing it in both English and Spanish is contestant number 12, Jessica Taylor.
Por la vía dolorosa, triste de Jerusalén, los soldados le abrían paso a Jesús, mas la gente se acercaba para ver al que llevaba aquella cruz. He was bleeding from a beating, there were stripes upon his back. And he wore a crown of thorns upon his head, but he bore with every step the scorn of those who cried out for his death. Por la vía dolorosa es la vía del dolor, como deja vino Cristo Rey y Señor. Y fue que quiso ir por su amor, por ti, por mí, por la vía dolorosa al Calvario mirar morir. The blood that would cleanse the souls of all dead made its way to the heart of Jerusalem. Down la vía dolorosa, called the way of suffering, like the Lamb came the Messiah, Christ the King. But he chose to walk that road out of his love for you, for me. Down the Via Dolorosa, all the way to Calvary. Thank you.
Rachel Wynn has always enjoyed the beauty of the hula. Here to dance to the beautiful Hawaiian love song, MAO is contestant number 13, Rachel Wynn.
Kokohi kawai puhi
And now, contestant number 14, Brianna Santa, will be singing her rendition of Orange Colored Sky. I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, flash, bam, alakazam, I gotta look at you. Next we have Ashley, who would like to dedicate her talent performance to her parents for instilling a love for performing. She recently changed her love from cheerleading to a love for dance. Now, all she wants to do is dance. Please welcome Ashley Kroll, contestant number 15. Came about from a very popular Indian love story. She will also be sharing a bit of that love story to reiterate the song that will be sung in Punjabi. Here is contestant number 16, Karen Binder.
The song that I'm about to sing is the Indian version of Romeo and Juliet. A beautiful princess named Sasi falls in love with an ordinary tradesman named Bannu. They're quickly married, which makes Bannu's brothers extremely jealous. So one day, when Sasi is asleep, the brothers slowly sneak into the house, kidnap Bannu, and take him far, far away. When Sasi awakens, she realizes Bannu is nowhere to be seen. Madly in love, she crazily runs from the palace in search of her dear love Bannu. And this is what she sings to the heavens above. Sajna ho sajna ve and awaits for Panu in the afterlife. Thank you.
All right, well, we've got one more contestant, but my mom doesn't get mad at me that I'm going to tell everything right now. But I thought I'd share with you guys some little tricks that my mom learned when she was Miss America, and that she's taught me over the years. And I never thought they actually come in handy, but they actually have, considering that I was a theater major. Some of them come in handy for everyday life. All right. First of all, she said whenever you get nervous, and everyone's heard, picture the audience naked when you get nervous if you're up there, right? Well, I think she kind of one-upped it because she's always pictured all the men in the long, red long johns. Like, I like footsie pajamas. That makes it funnier for me personally, but whatever. Also, another little trick is, and she was actually telling me that this happened this year when she was the Miss America pageant and she was part of the parade. She was talking all through the parade, she was just talking to everyone, and someone turned to her and was like, why do you talk all through the parade? And she's like, well, if you talk, it makes smiling a lot easier because after you've been doing this for a long time, it gets really sore. I don't know if anyone's ever tried. Also, we got the Vaseline on the teeth, right? But I like the talking one better. It makes it so much more social. When you take a picture, as opposed to saying cheese, say yes, because it automatically makes your mouth go up into a smile, and it it's a more positive word in general. And there's one more little story I have, and this is not really a trick, but I'm going to tell the story anyway. When she was in the Miss America pageant, and they're up in the top 5, and they're all sitting there, and my mom, being a ventriloquist, starts making these wisecracks, to get herself unnervous, and she starts making them under her breath, because she can't move them now. I can't really do it, but she's trying to do it, and she goes. They finally turn their backs to the audience, and Miss Texas turns to her and says, "You have got to stop that." She's like, "I am laughing so hard, my belly is shaking, and it just doesn't look good at all." All right, I think we're ready for our final contestant, number 17. Jennifer Kohlenberger chose to play solfeggio because the tempo is pianissimo, which by definition means as fast as possible. It's a very fast moving with a lot of emotion. So please welcome Jennifer Kohlenberger. I think we should give all of our contestants a big Now, please welcome back the second runner-up to the Miss California pageant, Miss Orange Coast, Dana Baker. For Dana's final performance as Miss Orange Coast, she would like to thank all of the contestants and the volunteers who have influenced her life and made her experience with the Miss California organization so memorable. Okay, that's what I can tell to my daughter. She would like to leave everyone with a final thought. Never stop reaching for the gold.
I wonder if when all is done, the gold.
Now, let's welcome back The Movement with their production of Walk the Walk by Poe and choreographed by John Lazenda.
Mother's been 10 years sitting by windows, case she spoke, she died of a heart attack. She listened as a dream, silently screamed at her like little dolphins caught in a fishnet. Dear world, I'm pleased to meet you. Hey everybody, when you walk the walk, you gotta pack it all up, can you talk the talk? Hey everybody, when they hear the knock, don't wanna measure my life till the tick of a clock. Hey everybody, when they die, get a sense that's better than the year's eyes. Hey everybody, when you walk the walk, you can't measure my life till the tick of a clock. I wanna walk, in my own drum.
Your host for today's show, Mandy Scotes, is so pleased to be here today. And she's a graduate of the University of California, Fullerton. And she's here today to perform for you Don't Rain on My Parade from the Broadway musical Funny Girl.
Or I'll just stand here. Just kidding. Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy
Now, although this competition doesn't count for any points, it's a whole lot of fun. And the theme of our casual wear is Snapshot. And we'd like to dedicate this portion of the competition to the unofficial Miss Orange County photographer, Doug Hikawa. Doug, are you out there? He always seems to be around to take our snapshots. So please help me welcome Dance Planet, this year's Miss Orange County contestants, and Miss Orange County herself, Jana Altman.
No offense, Dan, I'm a little tall. 6 feet, in case anyone's wondering. You know, that was a question that was on everybody's mind. I'm going to read a quote from the Chamber of Commerce President, Friedrich Hickman, that was made over 75 years ago. Miss America represents the highest ideals. She is a real combination of beauty, grace, intelligent, artistic, and refined. She is a type which the American girl might well emulate. And I think that quote holds true as much as it did before as it does today. And over the years, Miss America has really tried hard to make a difference in people's lives through charitable and community endeavors. Jean Bartle, Miss America 1943, went so far as to use her celebrity in the war effort, and she was credited with selling more Series E war bonds than anyone else in the United States. Today, Miss America travels approximately 20,000 miles a month, changing her location every 24 to 48 hours. She tours the nation, reaching out to support her ideals, committed to helping others. And Miss America is more than just a title. She is a woman who reflects a tradition of style, sophistication, and service. And I think all these girls would do just as great. Well, I think we're still waiting for the top 5 to get all put together. It's here. Oh, he has another, yay! Well, in that case, these are the ladies from the top 5. Contestant number 7, Bonnie Carmel. Contestant number 10, Jill Zalowski. Contestant number 12, Jessica Taylor. And last but not least, contestant number 14, Brianna Santa. The other Miss Orange County contestants a little late with many special awards. But now, as the curtain goes down, our top 5 finalists will be asked 2 on-stage questions, which will make up the final 10% of the competition. I'm going to get out of the way so that they can do that. Now, the first question will be a question that we pulled from their fact sheets, that's what it's called. There's a good name for it. And the second question is a more political question or a current events question, that would be a better way to put it, from the bowl. So let's go for the first one here. Okay, Bonnie Carmel. You won $5,000 for designing a pair of pants. Tell me how and what do those pants look like?
Well, my senior year in high school, I did a performance of Josie and the Pussycats, and it's a very cartoony performance. So I made some really cartoony pants, and I tore up some jeans and added glitter and patches, and it was a hit. And I love them, and I wear them any opportunity I had. And when I went to the Junior Miss competition, I was Junior Miss Nevada, and on the national level, they had a competition for creativity, how you express your creativity. And I entered the pants because it was something I was very proud of, and I ended up winning not only $5,000, but the opportunity to work with a national jeweler, and she wanted some input on her ideas. So it was incredible, and I love the pants, and I actually saw Britney Spears wearing something that looked just like it not too long after that.
That's great. Well, do you want to go ahead and pick a question from the poll? I know it's exciting. All right. There have recently been discussions about amending the Constitution to allow citizens not born in the United States to become president. California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger has voiced his support for this. What are your feelings?
I'm for it. I think if a person can display a passion for our country, and they show loyalty and service in Senate or any political office, I believe they should be given the opportunity to serve our country if they are the best qualified. And I also think on that note that we shouldn't limit who can be in the office, whether it's by gender or nationality. So I'm for that idea.
Thank you very much. Well, we saw your unique talent earlier. Can you please share the story behind your Indian dance?
Well, it's called Bharatanatyam. It's a classical Indian dance from South India. It's a very ancient dance, and the dancers who used to do it were called Devadasis, and they would dance to a particular deity for their blessings and respect. And I dance to Lord Ganesha. He is the elephant god, and as Vandy said, he is a remover of obstacles and the bestower of blessings. And I feel so blessed that I've been able to grow up in this country and have the opportunity to grow up in 2 cultures. So I was really happy to express myself and show that kind of culture to you tonight.
Okay. Imagine you were the campaign manager of a political candidate who has recently lost the public's trust during a scandal. Now, imagine that candidate wants to rebuild their reputation. How would you go about changing their image?
First of all, if I think the candidate is not someone who would be morally correct for the position, I would try to talk to him and see what his justifications are for running for office, and if he really feels a passion for running for office. I feel that's the most important thing. And also if he has a conviction. If he believes in certain things and he feels they are correct and the public doesn't, I am a big proponent of someone staying with their own beliefs, and if the public doesn't accept that, you know, maybe there's another position in which he or she can run for.
Yeah.
All right, Jeannaline. In your talent, you were 14 feet off the air without a net. Would you ever become a contestant on a show like Fear Factor?
Actually, I would love to become a contestant on Fear Factor. The stunts are made for me. Me and my mom sit home and watch, like we just watched the Fear Factor marathon on Halloween. It was a blast. But I think that the one thing for Fear Factor that would be the hardest thing for me would be eating all of the bugs and just everything. I'm really squeamish when it comes to that. I can do airless, put me up in the air, but when it comes to that would be the hardest part for me. That would be the best challenge that I think I would withstand.
Totally understand. The results of the recent presidential election show that our country is split politically about 50-50. When Senator Kerry called to congratulate President Bush, he commented that there was much work to do to bring the country together. What suggestions do you have for our leaders to bring the country together?
First of all, I think that it was a very great thing that John Kerry had that in him to call President Bush and be able to congratulate him, and also to be able to speak on the fact that he still wants to become involved in our country, that he's not bitter about that at all. I feel that President Bush really needs to take a stand now and bring our country together, because we're so divided in so many aspects, with gay rights, with terrorism, with Iraq. So I feel like he needs to sit down and really show the world and all of our generations that he can really bring this country together, and that we have just such great possibilities to be incredible.
Thank you. Jessica, now I know that cars are one of your interests. If you could test drive any car from past to present, what kind would you drive?
CLK 55. That is a Mercedes-Benz car, and it is the most beautiful car I think I've ever seen in my entire life. It's fast, it's made for me, because I drive very, very fast. Thank you.
Assume that you have a meeting with the state superintendent and the director of education, Jack O'Connell. What would be your most pressing recommendation on how to improve or change California's current school system?
There's so many things going on with the Board of Education in both the state of California as well as across the nation. There are a lot of things that they're not taking into consideration, programs that are being cut in order to make funding for other programs that aren't really necessary to our children. They're cutting out sciences and they're cutting out the arts, and I think that those are very, very vital parts and components to our children's lives so that they can grow up being enriched and being able to have everything at their fingertips. And I think that should be the first thing that gets fixed, is more money needs to go into the funding of our sciences, of our arts.
Now, your grandmother was Miss San Francisco in 1959. Did she give you any advice before this pageant?
My grandmother is my role model and my best friend aside from my mother. And she said, go in there with your positive energy and just be who you are. Don't put on any act or be anyone you're not supposed to be. And I love my grandma. She's sitting right there.
On television, there is a beauty pageant reality show in which women compete for prizes after having multiple cosmetic surgeries. Do you think it is fair to let contestants who have had cosmetic surgery compete in Miss America?
I feel that it is anyone's choice to do what they would like to their body, whether it be dieting or plastic surgery. I feel that we are all beautiful and we don't need to do that to ourselves, but I don't think that there should be any rule that says that you cannot compete if you've had plastic surgery or cosmetic alterations.
Well, the magical moment of crowning Miss Orange County is just around the corner. But while the judges tally up the scores, Ryan Joseph is here to show us his magic. So don't blink an eye.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Fun so far? Excellent. My name is Ryan Joseph, and I have to say it is an honor and a pleasure to share the stage with some beautiful and talented women that I have noticed. Some of those talents are amazing, would you say? That concludes my talent portion of the show. Thank you very much. No. I'm going to need some help. John, I have a tailor backstage. John, would you go ahead and bring me my coat, please? He sneaks up on me like that. I'm going to need some help from some people from the audience. Can I have the house lights up, please? Oh, let's take a look. I've got some of the most beautiful women right over here. Oh my goodness. I think everybody started pointing. I love when people hide their faces. They think for a second that if they can't see me, I can't see them. She's wearing a crown, like a butter commercial. This is great. This is probably the closest to prom king I'll ever come. Please, come over here, Ray. I have the most dangerous trick in store for you. And what is your name? Kristen Raymond. Everybody up. No, Kristen, you're over here. Why don't I stand over here and we'll do that? I'm just kidding. Raymond and Christy. Christy, I noticed the crown. You want to help me out here?
I'm Miss Greater Long Beach.
Miss Greater Long Beach. How about a big hand for Miss Greater Long Beach? And Raymond, I'm not noticing a crown. So, what are we?
My granddaughter, Jennifer Goldenberger, was a contestant.
Oh, congratulations. Well, in my contract, it states that I have to perform at least one card trick, and as luck would have it, here it is. John, my cards, please. He's gonna sneak around and try to find, oh, there he is, that side. We like doing a normal deck of cards, 52. Ray, would you hold this for me? Hey, just like that. Just like that, I'll show you the cards. So you can see they're a normal deck of cards. This, incidentally, is the most dangerous part of the evening. We're actually each gonna pick a card, and I'm gonna try to find it, but I'm gonna do it in a very unique way. So I'm gonna have you pick a card first. You can check those out and give them a quick shuffle. Good enough? Sure, okay, good. Would you just say stop anywhere you'd like?
Stop.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We're not going to use the 6 of diamonds, we'll use that card right there. Take a look. And don't show me I've seen the trick before. Yeah, I'm turning back around. Okay. Don't show me. Excellent. And I'm going to switch over here because Raymond, you're going to pick a card as well. Raymond, would you do me a favor and just say stop anywhere you'd like? Right about there, not the 7 of spades, we won't use that, we'll use the top card here. Take a look, don't show me. You gotta show the audience. Excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and place that back inside the deck and give it a push. You know what that's called, Kristen? Showing off. Showing off. Okay. Excellent. So, 2 cards lost in the deck. Card. Now, stabbing a card on the end of a sword is quite possibly the most difficult feat you can ever accomplish in magic. I'm going to do it for you tonight, right here. You want to see me stab a card on a sword? Yeah. You know, but there's one problem. Due to my agreement with the California Prisoner Work Release Program, they don't want to use sharp objects. So I have John. Not necessarily a sharp object, but I'll give it a shot. Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Check it out. I'm going to go ahead and fan the cards just like this. Here it comes. Just like that. I'm going to get 1 card on the end of the umbrella. Christy, what was your card?
The Queen of Diamonds.
I think better be the Queen of Diamonds.
Yes.
Queen of Diamonds.
Yes.
Christy's card, the Queen of Diamonds. Reagan, I didn't. Sorry, man. You know, I wanted this to be a big boom, you know. Maybe you should. Gosh, now I've seen it all. Ready when you find your card, but don't worry, I knew what your card was before you even picked it. Do you want to know how? You cheated. Man knows his card worker. You know how I knew? Watch. Because I had Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Well, I brought an illusion with me. That, let me tell you, it defies belief. It is the fastest illusion in magic. Are you guys wanting to see the fastest illusion in magic? Woo! It requires split-second timing. It requires nerves of steel. And I'm not kidding you, please don't blink your eyes or you'll miss it. The fastest illusion in magic, don't blink your eyes or you'll miss metamorphosis. Wow, that was fast. Hi guys. We're gonna bring that curtain down, I hope. Here it comes. I have one more illusion. You wanna see it? This one's one of those fast ones. I'm gonna do a quick costume change right over here. This one for all the ladies. Not that impressive, trust me. I feel a lot better. Well, like I said, it is definitely a pleasure and an honor to be performing here for the Miss Orange County Beauty Pageant. This is for the 2005 Scholarship Pageant. That's all Jess called. Beauty Pageant. I practiced for like an hour today just so I wouldn't say beauty pageant. Scholarship pageant, my own. But I'm gonna need a little bit of help from this next trick. It is my pleasure to introduce Miss Orange County 2004, Miss Jana Altman. Jana, doing good. Are you ready to make some magic?
I'm ready, let's do it.
Awesome.
Thank you, ladies. All right, now we're going to welcome back all of our 2005 Miss Orange County contestants because we have several special scholarships to give them tonight. All right, the first awards are the Director Awards. These awards are presented to contestants going above and beyond the call of duty. They attended all the pageant events and were always a joy to be around. Each receives a $100 scholarship, and the two awards will go to Lauren Howard. The next award is presented to a newcomer to the Miss Orange County organization that worked hard to prepare for Miss Orange County and shows great potential. This $50 scholarship is presented to Katie Hall. The next award is presented to a contestant that competed in the Miss Orange County pageant last year and showed incredible improvement. And this $50 $200 scholarship is presented to Courtney Manning. Now, the Miss Orange County pageant could not exist without the support of the community and the contestants. The Miss Orange County Program Support Award has a first, second, and a third place award. The third place award of $100 goes to Bonnie Carmalt. The second place award of $200 goes to Lauren Howard. The first place award of $300 goes to Katie Hall. Now, Miss Congeniality is the award that is voted on by the other contestants, and it is presented to Jenalise Watts. Now, the People's Choice Award is given to the contestant voted on by you, the audience. She will receive half the money collected, and the other half will go to the Miss Orange County pageant, if that makes any sense. The People's Choice Award goes to Katie Hall. All right, now we have two non-finalist interview awards, each receiving $100 scholarship. These awards are presented to the two contestants not making the top 5 with the highest interview scores. They are Ashlyn Beardsley and Christy Youssef. Well, as you guys know, talent is a huge part of the Miss Orange County pageant. The contestant receiving the highest overall talent score and receiving a $125 scholarship is Jenalise Watts. Now, our final awards before naming Miss Orange County and her runners-up are presented to the contestants not in the top 5, but with the highest talent scores. Each of these ladies will receive $100 scholarship. They are Lauren Howard, Helen Bowie, and Jennifer Kohlenberger. Now I believe we're ready for the to name Miss Orange County and her runners-up. There you are, right there. The fourth runner-up and winner of a $200 scholarship is Brianna Santa. The third runner-up and winner of a $250 scholarship is Naina Venkatesh. The second runner-up and winner of a $300 scholarship is Bonnie Carmalt. Now we have our first runner-up and our new Miss Orange County. If for any reason the new Miss Orange County cannot fulfill her duties, the runner-up will take over. All right. The first runner-up and winner of a $400 scholarship is Jessica Taylor.